of Sera Monastic University, Tenzin Sochang Rinpoche, to present a brief report about the activities between Tumkur University and Sera Monastic University.
Your Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, respectfully we prostrate at your lotus feet and wholeheartedly welcome you at Tumkur University. And very good morning, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University, Dr. Jai Shila, Registrar of Tumkur University, Professor B.S. Gunjal, and respected monks, teachers, students, fraternity of Tumkur University, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to express our gratitude for His Holiness for kindly accepting our humble request to deliver a public talk on relevance of universal ethics for the modern age. This event is jointly organized by Tumkur University and Sera Monastic University. We would like to use this opportunity to brief Your Holiness on previous activities and projects Tumkur University and Sera Monastic University organized together, as well as our plans for future. We have jointly organized the following 4 conferences and workshops. International Conference on Yoga and Education at Tumkur University, November 2012. International Conference on Contemporary Human Sufferings and the Wisdom of Bhagwan Buddha at Tumkur University, March 2013. National Conference on Buddhist Science and Modern Science at Sera Monastic University, May 2014. International Conference on Ethics for the New Millennium at Tumkur University, December 2014. Workshop on Social Consciousness in Buddhism at Tumkur University, June 2017. At the time of first conference in 2012, signing a memorandum of understanding enhanced our relationship with Tumkur University. This memorandum of understanding was renewed in June this year. On 8th of October 2012, Sera Monastic Research Center was recognized as a research center for the PhD program by Tumkur University. After this recognition, our monastery, in collaboration with Tumkur University, worked on the needed documentation and certificates for our students to enter this research PhD program. We were planning to have 3 to 4 of our students of Vijnana class and above to enter this PhD program annually. When coming close to the initial entry exams, we unfortunately came to know that University Grants Commission of the central government rejected our documentations because of not being recognized under the rules and regulations. At the moment, our monastery is looking into how to get a status as a private university. With the assistance of Tumkur University, this seems to be the first step in our recognition as university. Next to working on this important recognition, we are also planning to have various students exchange projects, workshops, conferences, dialogues, and so forth with Tumkur University. Please let me further like to read our proposed future and collaborative plans. First, translations of His Holiness 2 books, The Wisdoms of Compassion, Kindness, Clarity, and Insight. Second, 2 workshops to be conducted, one on the relevance of Gautama Buddha's teachings for peace and harmony at Tumkur University, and another on contemporary vistas between Buddhism and science at Sera Monastic University, Balikpapan. Third, one international conference on Buddhism and literature at Tumkur University. Student and faculty exchange programs between Tumkur University and Sera Monastic University. Fifth, a collaborative research projects on effects of meditation and compassion on health and well-being. A collaborative research projects on effects of meditations and compassion on health and well-being. And the sixth, as the Honorable Vice Chancellor has already mentioned, we will jointly bring out the National Journal of Buddhist Philosophy. Seventh, besides, we will arrange cultural meets, festivals, and exhibitions.
Respected elder brothers and sisters, and of course, rest of brothers and sisters, particularly young brothers and sisters. Indeed, I am very happy once more here. Furthermore, when the Khyambo reported, you see, regularly you carry some program, mainly in education field. Wonderful. And also some translation. Wonderful. Now, I myself, one old person, and more than 82 years old, during these years, I learned many things. I noticed and also many things. Then, look, according to scientists, since our sun developed around 5 billions, the Big Bang, some scientists say 12 billions of years, some say 25 billions of years. I heard few occasions, some say, 12 billions, some say 25 billions, I don't know. Anyway, the sun, about 5 billions. Then, since life start in our solar solar system, about 1 billion. So then, human being, maybe a few hundred millions of years. Among these different sort of species of mammals, we human being eventually developed human language. So because of our brain, something very special. So then, I think among thousands of different species of mammals, we human beings, I think much change, much develop because of this brain. At the same time, in world history, we human beings are, in a way, most destructive species of mammals, like tigers, lions. These meat eater, dangerous. Many years ago, one occasion, Hyderabad, there was one museum, a zoo, the open zoo. when I visit there, some corner, same sort of garden, one corner, some tiger there. Another sort of part, some deers there. And I ask, any danger? These deers, because they live together, same sort of compound way. Then they say, those tiger, very fat, they never sort of attack these deers. So these fearful animal like tiger, unless they feel hungry for their survival, they attack other. Otherwise, quite comparatively quite peaceful. Then we human being, always create more problem. So eventually, we human being become most troublesome. Why? This human intelligence is used by human destructive emotion. Then we have much bigger ability to create problem. But then the big question, whether human being basically more negative nature or otherwise. Now some scientists say basic human nature is more compassionate. And if we use our common sense, because of this intelligence, this special brain, only we human beings can develop infinite love. No other animal cannot do. Those social animals, they have some limited altruism, but cannot sort of develop infinite love. So we only human being can do. So now, this intelligence properly developed and show a right way. Now human, again, our intelligence now should use, make a distinction among our emotion. Some of the emotion very, very destructive. Some of the emotion very, very helpful. Now scientists also say constant fear, constant anger, very bad for our health. Some medical scientists, they say constant anger, hatred, actually eating our immune system. So on the other hand, more compassionate mind, very helpful to maintain our physical health. Because one of the important factors for physical health is mental health, more calm mind, very important. So now these days, I'm sort of telling the hygiene of physical is important. Actually, we are learning or teaching. But equally, we need hygiene of emotion. That's very important. Emotion, part of our life, part of our mind. Then, such as anger, hatred, fear. Basically, for our survival, anger help for survival to expel the negative factor for survival. And love compassion, is it for survival, bring all positive things together. Anger, expel negative, that's by nature. However, the anger go extreme level, then always create problem. Firstly, your own health and peace of mind, then create very unhappy atmosphere, and everybody feel unhappy, including animals. So now, say this intelligence now should they should show us what kind of emotion is something useful, what kind of emotion is harmful. Although over 1,000, 3,000, I think more than 3,000 years, religion developed. And all religion, carry a message of love, forgiveness, tolerance. But sometimes, they based on faith or based on some mysterious ideas. So now we have to sort of use our education about these inner value in order to create happy individual, healthy body, and then healthy family, healthy community, healthy sort of nation, and finally healthy humanity. So education, very important. I feel education, rule of education is more important, more effective than religious rule, I feel. So therefore, now existing education system, so-called modern education, very much oriented about material value. Modern education comes from West. In West, science, technology gradually sort of develop. Then education also, around that sort of development. So the existing modern education is very much oriented about a material value. So therefore, now today, those countries where materially highly developed, the community not necessarily happy one, full of sense of competition and aggressiveness and distrust, like that. So, modern world, as far as the modern education is concerned, quite sufficient, quite highly developed. But that education failed to bring happy human society. Now, if we look more carefully, the existing education system is definitely something lacking. As I mentioned earlier, say education, modern education, very much oriented about material value, external value, not sort of include our inner value, inner peace. So now time comes, we have to think seriously. Education field should be complete sort of because of holistic or complete sort of education. Not only taking care about physical sort of comfort, but also take care about mental comfort. Not talking about religion, not talking about God or heaven or hell or nirvana. Just simply how to build, how to create happy human society, happy individual. So now, many scientists, many educationists now have sort of same view, existing education system is not adequate, not sort of holistic. So now the question is, how to sort of make more complete holistic education. Now education about physical sort of health and material value, and in the meantime education about our emotion. Now today's world, actually a lot of suffering we human beings facing. This very moment we are enjoying here, enjoying more peace, joyfulness, but same time, same human being, same planet, thousands are killing. Thousands are dying due to starvation, like Yemen and Syria. So in Africa, some state in Africa, a lot of sort of problems. These are our own creation. So if present sort of also the condition of the world with modern education, I think this 21st century will be same century that of 20th century. A lot of killing, use violence, use force. Now, already now there are sign sort of selling weapon and to produce more weapon. These are preparation for more violence, more killing. Now we human beings should be enough now. 20th century, so over 200 millions of human beings killed through violence. Now we should feel enough. Now, in previous time, individual community, even individual community, they are more or less self-sufficient. So therefore, destruction of your neighbor is a victory over yourself. Now today's world, no longer there. Whole world, East, future of East depend West, West depend East, North depend South, South depend North. That's today's reality. Then on top of that, the global warming. So these are a new problem which facing with humanity, not one particular nation. I think one example. Now India, Bharat, great nation, most populated democratic country on this planet. If you look detailed, then East India, West India, North India, South India, Central India, different language. Here, as I call it, Karnataka language, different sort of script. Similarly, it's a different part of India, different language, different script. But you see, all different part of India, so the people, different language, different script, but live within one Indian Union. That's wonderful. I always admire the spirit of European Union. Look, member state is European Union. In the past century, a lot of fight, a lot of war. But then after Second World War, the people suffer immensely. So then people become more mature, think about common interest rather than small national interest. So if Indian say too much emphasis your small communities interest, so want to independence, then I think this land, I think a lot of trouble may happen. So differences there, but sense of Indian community, like a European member state, in the sense of one European Union. So these are, I think, hopeful signs. So therefore, now I always was telling Africa eventually should develop one union of Africa, and Latin America also should create one union of Latin America. Then eventually this area, Asia, of course, just dream some kind of union, India, China, Japan, then that I think truly brings real peace, and you can save a lot of money to build constructive way. Otherwise, you spend a lot of money for weapon, for military forces, like that. So therefore, now time come, we need through education, make awareness of 7 billion human beings, one human community. All religion, you see, also they're talking, human brothers, sisters. We Buddhists, we always say, entire sentient being are our mothers. So, now the religion itself not adequate. Out of 7 billion human beings, about 1 billion non-believer. So among the 6 billion believer, also there are some believer, you see, they use religion for disposal of destructive emotion. That's why in name of religion, killing each other. Now in Afghanistan, in Syria, this area. So it's really very sad. All these major religious tradition is ultimate source of teaching of love, forgiveness, tolerance. But that itself now causing violence, killing. Very sad, very sad. Now these, I think we are lacking conviction about basic human value. That's a human love. Since our basic nature is more compassionate. So now education should include, you see, the teaching, human love, human warm-heartedness. So this, as a 1,000-year-old Indian tradition, secular way, not based on religion, but secular. According to Indian understanding, secularism means respect to all religion and also respect to non-believer. That is something very unique. So therefore, Now, this country, over 3,000 years, is a concept of ahimsa, concept of secularism developed. As a result, this continent or people comparatively more peaceful. Every Indian, you see, have this sort of idea of ahimsa. Now we need, in order to promote ahimsa, we need more effort in education about karuna, secular way, not religious way.